Hello, I'm Walt from Unlimited, and welcome to my Money in the Bank 2012 review. The event in 2011, the year prior, was considered to be show of the year across the board. It was a tremendous show. Every match delivered in some way, shape, or form on that show, except the Divas title match. But then again, it was Brie Bella versus Kelly. But the next year had a lot to live up to. Let's see if it did. Kicking off, Dolph Ziggler versus Damien Sandow versus Tyson Kidd versus Christian versus Santino Marella versus Tensai versus Cody Rhodes versus Sin Cara. 8-man Money in the Bank match for a World Heavyweight Championship contract. And it went to Ziggler, and that was the right choice at the time. Ziggler was getting hot, and they struck the match when he was hot, and then they had him cash in when it was hot, and the crowd erupted. It's one of the best cash-ins they've ever had, so I cannot complain about Ziggler going over in this match, and the match itself was tremendous. Then we move on to Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title. It must have been 5, even 6 straight pay-per-views of Sheamus versus Del Rio. Sheamus versus Del Rio. Sheamus versus Del Rio. Why? Why do we need to have Sheamus defeat Alberto Del Rio in like 6 straight pay-per-views? Why? What is the point of that? Why not give us fresh stuff? And it's not like Sheamus was interesting as champion, because he had the whole 1-800-FELLA thing behind him for part of it. And your title reign will look weak when you beat only one person throughout pretty much the duration of it. Then on to Primo and Epico versus the Primetime Players. It's Primo and Epico versus the Primetime Players. Primo and Epico win. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan in a no disqualification match with AJ Lee as the special referee. On 5th out of 8, if you count the pre-show match, which had Kofi Kingston and R-Truth defeating Hunico and Camacho, but 5th out of 8. If you don't count the pre-show, 4th. 4th. How? Your hottest champion you've had in a long time, you put him on 4th against one of the best wrestlers in the world. You put them on 4th. Why? What logic is there in that? But then again, it's 2012 WWE. There isn't much logic. CM Punk wins, of course. Match is very good, as you would expect. Ryback defeats Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex. It's an early Ryback match. Caitlin, Layla, and Tamina defeat Beth Phoenix and Talia and Eve. It's 2012 and it's the Divas. Moving on. Now we have the Money in the Bank ladder match, which is John Cena versus Kane versus Chris Jericho versus Big Show versus Miz. Was there ever any question? Was there? There wasn't. John Cena wins. And then he goes on and he cashes in and he doesn't win the title, being the first guy to cash in and not become champion. But he still won via disqualification. If I remember right, the match was pretty good. It wasn't anything spectacular. But there's my review. Sorry it wasn't more positive, but it's 2012 WWE. There's really no way to be that positive when you're given Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio and both world title matches in early/mid card. So, I am Walter from Unlimited. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at @Unlimited1. And don't forget to like the Unlimited Facebook page, and I will speak to you again soon.